Hey guys, Lone137 here, and welcome to my review of the Revoltech Yugi Muto from Yu-Gi-Oh! This, I guess, version of Yugi is meant to be from the recent Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie that came out back in January called Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions. They actually gave you a little bit of a promotion card here, but I'll get into that in a bit. Before we start talking about anything to do with the figure, even though that's a lie I already have, I'm a fraud, I would like to go into a bit of backstory. So, a lot of you, well, some of you, or maybe nobody, might think that I'd be someone who would have been into Yu-Gi-Oh! For years now, and I'm all clued up about the series. And to that I say, God, I wish you were right. I wish you were right. But the thing is, I am extremely new to Yu-Gi-Oh! I got into it about a month ago, if not a bit less, so needless to say, I'm a little bit late. The fact that I only give a single shit about the original cast of Yu-Gi-Oh! From Series 1 makes me very, very happy that they decided to go back and make an entire movie just including the original cast plus a new villain, which is always nice. But without further ado, let's get into the figure itself. The sculpt and painting on this figure is outstanding. There's all these little details painted in. Like his dual disc looks amazing. It's really well painted. You even got stuff on the back there. It's like who would even want to look there, man? But it's still got all that detail. And then Yugi himself. Oh my god, you got all the hair detail painted in perfectly. The sculpt on his hair is goddamn. But the best sculpt about this figure, in my opinion, is his jacket. Oh my god, his jacket. Look at this. Look at. Oh, oops. I broke the stand. Oh well. Look at this. Look at this. This jacket detail. Look at all the wrinkles and shit in the back. That is, oh my god. And the scrumples up here, and then you got oh by the way, the belt moves. That's like a cool little detail. Like if you're like a pro animator or some shit, you can maybe want to animate his little belt moving in the wind as an extra little detail. I don't know. You do you. And his trousers are also amazing because you got more just detail. I'll get into these special joints here in a second, but goddamn. Oh cool, I broke the stand entirely. Whatever, we don't need it anymore. Where we're going, we don't need a stand. And that's because where we're going is the poseability of this figure. Oh my god, where do we start? Yugi can look up this far and down this far. He can look left and right, but I don't know if it's just my figure, but the joint for looking especially this way is incredibly tight. That might also be combined with the fact that this strand of hair here on the left is continually caught on this part of the jacket, which admittedly does get kind of annoying. But I always kind of have this guy facing this direction anyway, and I can kind of like move it kind of more freely here, unlike this way where it just kind of goes back. But I don't think it's that big of an issue. If you have an issue with it, then I can see why, but oh well, I'm not gonna mark it down for it, I don't think. His arm can move up this far, that's actually quite far, and then it can go this way, pretty freaking far. I think I can do a 360 if you try hard enough. Yeah, there we go. That's the 360. But the joint. Oh, that's not looking too hot. Ooh, hold on. I'm just gonna put it back. Yugi's hair gets in the way very often, but well, what are you gonna do? Okay, there we go. Try not to screw up the Revoltech joint here, which I will get into in a second, because it's a blessing and a curse basically. This Revoltech exclusive joint. But yeah, I can go back that far as well. This swivel at the bicep. This is me trying not to rip off Jobby the Hong. Go check him out. He's really funny. He's better than me. Bend at the wrist that goes this far, and then back that far. And let me just move his arms up for a second so I can, okay. Waist can crunch. You can try and swivel his waist around a little bit, but again, it might be just mine, or maybe it's just how freaking well the figure is built, but this waist joint, as much as it might not look it right now, it is extremely tight. and if you try and bend it this way, it kind of gets caught on this box thing right here. However, I feel like that is why they made it movable, so you can just kind of drop it below and then swivel to your heart's content. Although because of how this looks, I feel like whenever I'm bending his waist, I'm getting one step closer to breaking this thing, so I'm just going to avoid that. His legs can move forward this far and back, not quite as far. His knee can bend this far back. And his feet can move forward and back, and also pivot, and also turn pretty freaking well. Now, one thing you might have noticed during the poseability section is that a lot of his joints, nearly all of them, are kind of like clicky, kind of ratchety, and that's where I get into talking about what's known as the Revoltech joint. This is a Revoltech joint. It's a lot of them are very clicky, and yeah, like I said, like it has like a little movement where it like click into place. It does give the figure a lot more stability and like security in its poses, so like none of the joints really get loose per se. So that is a plus of the Revoltech joint, but one negative thing about the joint that me and probably a lot of other stop motion animators really don't like about the joint is like the fact that it's like clicky and it determines how like the joint itself determines how far you can move it. So a lot of Revoltech joints, depending on like how many clicks there are before it gets to a certain area, it determines like how smooth your animations will be when using these joints. So it's like if you can probably get like a lot smoother animation out of a figure that does not use a Revoltech joint than a figure that does use the Revoltech joint. Now let's get into the accessories for this figure. Now I'm going to start by talking about this little promo card here, because I have a confession that I want to make, which it stopped me from bringing something into this review. So now I'm gonna guide you to look at this box here. The box, by the way, the box for this figure is awesome. I guess I'm gonna go on to that first. You got all these different poses that you can get the figure into, showing off just like the alternate hands and face that he comes with. And it also shows off that they did make a figure of the, as it says here in katakana, Black Magician, like the black version of the Dark Magician, I guess, which I think appears in the movie Dark Side of Dimensions. And then they also advertise here that they did make Revoltech figures of the Blue Eyes White Dragon and Seto Kaiba, which are also available for purchase. Although I have seen Kaiba, and oh my god, he is definitely creepy with some of his alternate faces. Jesus Christ. But anyway, back to this card. You'll see here on the box that you can see a little mini stand here that's looking a little bit see-through, and it's supposed to hold the card. My confession I want to make, and this sucks and I'm really angry about this, is that I fucking lost it immediately. I'm talking like 2 days after I get this figure, this stand is gone. It's nowhere to be found. It has disappeared from existence and I can't find it for the life of me. This next accessory is honestly something I'd expect to see from a Dragon Ball Z figure, not a Yu-Gi-Oh figure in the slightest. It's like an effect piece that you can plug into either of the back of Yugi's feet, like so. Let's see if I can actually get this in right. God, it's not easy. It's not easy to get in, that's for sure. Come on, Yugi. Come on, Yugi. There we go. So basically, it's like, it looks a bit like he's like stamping his foot down. I guess I'll try and get him into a pose like that real quick. It'll be good. So, link that forward. I'm gonna just do something lazy here. It also helps him stand. So that helps. Let's lift this up. There we go. Now he looks like he's angry and he's stamping the ground. So it is a pretty cool accessory, but it's definitely, again, something I would not expect from this figure. But it's a nice surprise, I guess, although I don't think I'll be getting very much use out of it at all. Speaking of angry Yugi, you also get these two alternate faces, which you can attach to the figure, or at least this is how you're supposed to do it, by removing the hair from the front, which is easy enough. And then you're supposed to remove this face by doing this or something. But I don't know if it's just an issue with mine. I hope to God this is just an issue with mine and not everybody's figure. But this thing is like borderline super glued on. I cannot get it off. It's just stuck. It is absolutely stuck. It is not moving. So I can't change this figure's expression at all because, oh my God, this head, this face piece is like glued on. I swear to God, it's really dumb. The next group of accessories I can show off, which is the hand pieces. So as you see, you get closed fist pieces, a pair of open hands, and my personal favorite pair of hands, these pair of hands. And these hands look like they very much should be grabbing something. But what do they want to grab? Cards! Silly, he can grab cards, because what's a Yu-Gi-Oh figure without a shit ton of cards, right? These hands are freaking amazing in that you can attach them very, very easily, and you can take them off very, very easily. So if you want to exchange hands during like a shot or something, or if you just want to change hands pretty frequently, then you can do it. You can do it. Overall, this figure is really, really freaking good. And even if you have a passing interest in Yu-Gi-Oh, which I have had for so many years, and I finally got into it, and I'm really happy I did because it's freaking awesome. Yeah, even if you have a passing interest in this shit, then get this figure. You probably won't regret it because, like, just look at it. It's so cool. All the detail, like the sculpting detail, the painting detail. The painting's amazing. Have I said that enough? Like, there's no errors. Or at least if there is an error, then I can't freaking see it. Or at least I don't care about it. It's that this figure is that well made and that good. I really want the Figma Yami Yugi to go alongside this Revoltech Yugi figure. Because honestly, I do prefer the joint system of Figmas because I still stand by the fact that I don't like Revel joints because of how clicky they are and how difficult it is to like pose with them. Because like with the leg joints of Figma figures, you can just kind of like move them out or move them forward and really easily, right? And it's fine. But moving like the upper leg of this figure and presumably like most of our Revoltech figures is hell, because you can see here that it is like one of those joints. So I have my drawing currently set to that if I lift it up, it goes this way and out this way. This is how I get it to stand up very easily, and this is how I recommend you do it too. So if you want to get the figure to like move its leg up, you have to like lift it up and then bend it round, and then turn that and then lower it, and it's annoying to say the least. Obviously, I'm just gonna have to get used to it. I already kind of have, although it is still pretty annoying. But whatever. I guess I guess Revoltech figures might not be for me, but I'm very happy that I got this figure because it's worth a shot, and I do love me some Yu-Gi-Oh now. So if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on my phone for a little bit. Thank you for watching, and I will leave a straw poll in the description for what figure you want me to review next. That is, if I can wrap my head around making a straw poll. I don't know, I've never tried it. Hopefully it's really easy. Probably is, I think it looks easy. So, yeah, you can just do that. I'll probably set it so that it ends in, let's say, a week or so. Maybe a week and a half. But yeah, go vote for the next figure you want to see reviewed. It'll be I think it'll be a choice of 3, probably. Choice of 3. So, again, thank you for watching. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh, if you like Yu-Gi-Oh, you probably already have this figure. Honestly, you probably already have it. It's that good. But I am done rambling now. I'm gonna go. See you.